Hello!
Hello again, it's Friday, we're back.
Welcome to this week's video. This is one that we've been saving for a while and we get asked loads and loads of times. So we're going to share with you today, first of all, how you can set up becoming a vlogger for free. Also, we're going to look at the camera equipment we use, because it's something we ask loads of times, isn't it?
It is.
People want to know what camera equipment we use, so we're going to share with you what we use, some of the tips we use in the background. And also stay tuned and we'll let you know what day we're at the NEC for the Caravan and Motorhome show next week.
Ooh.
So, it's something we get asked lots and lots is, you know, how did you start becoming a vlogger? Are we vloggers?
No.
How do you start a YouTube channel? So we're going to basically show you what we did. You see lots of equipment on the table. Some of this stuff we use a lot, some of it's new, but we'll show you how you can start off literally becoming a vlogger for free. When we started off, it cost us nothing effectively, so we'll share that with you. And then we'll go through some of the equipment we use, the cameras, what we use for editing, and then what we use for sound, etc. as well. So hopefully you'll find it interesting. It's a bit different this video than my normal video. We're not in the van, as you can see. It's very windy outside and dark and raining. I'm not carrying the equipment outside. So we'll go through what we've got and we'll start with how you can become a vlogger for free. Okay, so this is pretty much how we started, wasn't it?
Nothing, just an empty table.
Nothing whatsoever. Don't get us wrong, we've always been into sort of videos and pictures and stuff, haven't we? It's a hobby of mine, generally. You haven't really been into it as much, but...
No, I'm always snapping on the phone, like a bit of social media is more my thing, but we've always recorded, you know, trips and outings and things. And
family events, yeah.
Yeah, Ian's always been the official videographer for family events, shall we say. Done
family weddings and things like that, but it's all just a hobby. None of us have had any professional training, anything like that. It's just something we've started ourselves. And the same with the editing and all that sort of stuff as well too. So, how do you start vlogging for free? Well, first of all, YouTube is a completely free platform, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't have to pay to join it, so it's a great place to start. You can use social media as well, but YouTube is obviously where most people go to watch videos. So sign up for a YouTube account if you haven't already got one. You can do that through Google. And then you quite simply need something to record on and something to edit on. And what we started on, believe it or not, was a mobile phone. Wasn't it?
Was Ian's mobile phone?
Yeah, literally my mobile phone. And it's quite a decent mobile phone, it was at the time. This is the phone we actually used. I'm not using it at the moment. This one was a Sony Xperia 5. It's got 4K recording capability, we'll talk about that later. But basically, mobile phone. There are obviously some limitations, but the really good thing with starting off when you want to create your own channel or become a vlogger is use this because you've got no outlay. It's free, isn't it?
Well, I mean, assuming that you've already got a mobile phone and of decent quality that can record.
If you haven't got a mobile phone, then you're on the wrong channel.
It's not going to be free.
This channel's not for you. Most people watch on their phones, I think. I don't know. That's a good question, actually.
How do you watch mostly our videos?
Let us know how you watch.
Rearrange those words to make a sentence.
Yeah. How you watch our videos. Do you watch them on tablet, phone, TV? Let us know. It'd be really interesting on our computer.
Yeah, because sometimes on the editing, when you put those links in, they don't work on all devices, do they?
No, they don't. Yeah.
Just interested to know whether putting the links in is actually any use.
Good point, yeah. So mobile phones, start off with that. Most mobile phones pretty much have got software built into them as well, but YouTube's also got it built in too for editing. So you can record on your mobile phone, and then obviously you can edit it as well on your mobile phone and upload it to YouTube. Really, really slick and easy to do. A lot of our early videos and a lot of our stuff, even last year, was recorded on this phone. Because it's got 4K, we tend to record in 4K, we'll talk about that, as I say, in a second, but it's got 4K. You can record in HD and different qualities. Mobile phones have the limitations we'll talk about in a second, but for starting off, honestly, if you don't want to invest money before you find out if you like doing it or not, it's a great way to start, completely free, doesn't cost you anything, does it? Well, apart from the phone, as Caroline said. And then you get into the habit and you end up buying loads of camera equipment too. So.
Be warned. Be careful.
That's more like it. So yeah, mobile phone, recording. Limitations with this pretty much are it can be shaky. Some phones have stabilisation built into them, it can be shaky. The biggest issue for us really is the sound quality and video if you're using it for detailed stuff. Sound quality is not very good on a mobile phone, so one thing you look at doing is investing into external microphones, which we'll talk about now. So sound is really important. You'll see in a lot of videos, and it's one of my pet hates. Sound quality is really, really important to people because if you create a video, it can be really good footage, but if the sound's really, really faint, you can't hear people, or if you've got wind noise, it's really frustrating. So that's one of the downsides to a mobile phone. You can get external microphones for them, which work really well. We use a number of different microphones, and you'll see this one, which looks really quite funny. It sits on top of the camera, and this is a Rode microphone, VideoMicro, sorry. And it has something on it called a dead cat, and this is basically to stop wind noise. So when you're outside, it plugs into your phone or into your camera. It stops wind noise, it diffuses the wind, so it makes the sound much better quality. Using an external microphone is a really, really big and important one. You can also get remote microphones too, so you've seen these are probably on quite a few other people's videos. Again, this is a Rode microphone, wireless Go 2, and this allows you to do it remotely. So you can clip it on, you can be quite distant from the camera, and this camera can still pick up your sound quality. Again, this one's got a little dead cat on it, or sound guard, whatever you want to call it. People like cats. So yeah, this one's a Rode Rode wireless Go 2.
So let's be honest, most of this video is Ian's technical skills and knowledge. He is the brains of the outfit. I'm just here to basically make his life difficult, add the odd sarcastic comment to keep you all amused. And Mollie's clearly the eye candy. But one thing I do know is you've got to have image stabilisation.
Very good.
Always being told, if you're recording, don't move, don't shake, and then it's just the pressure of keeping it. So we like to use this, which is called a gimbal.
That's it, well done.
I know,
Very
really.
good.
And this just stays exactly
Double press the
still.
M button, fast. The M button twice.
The end button.
M button for M. Twice, fast. There's a M button.
Oh, there is a M.
That's it, press that twice. Fast. That's it, there you
Oh,
go.
look at that. See, it's like I know what I'm doing. Are you convinced?
So what does the gimbal do?
Holds it still.
That's
Oh,
it.
still, steady.
That's it, holds the
Whichever.
camera still, yeah.
Yeah.
So move your hand left and right, you'll see the phone stays, that's it, the phone stays still. So really useful. Oops, not if you go that far. Yeah, not quite that far. So,
Yeah, but
God.
it's a steady,
Yes,
steady pirouette.
it's upside down now, but yeah, that's absolutely right, yeah.
Oh.
Never mind, you went too far. There we go, that's it now, it's fixed. So anyway, from normal use, keeps the camera very still and helps you when you're filming, doesn't it?
Yes.
And you can get them for obviously mobile phones like this one, and you can also get them for cameras, which I'll show you in a second. So as Caroline quite ably demonstrated there, this gimbal for mobile phones is really good. As you can see, it keeps it really still. You can take that off, attach, etc. And even mobile phone just clips in. This is quite an old one. It's DJI Osmo 3, I think. You can get the 5 now, which has got a magnetic holder for your phone too, which is slightly different. But it's really useful when you're starting off. It's not overly expensive, roughly about £100, just under for this one. But it gives you real stability for your videos, which is great. But obviously everything's linked into your mobile phone, and you're also attaching your microphone to it as well, which you can plug in. You need a special cable for phones. That helps you then create sound too. So you end up with quite a bit of kit. When you upgrade and you want to buy more kit, then you can switch your cameras. But gimbal's really good buy. We have one for the big camera as well, which we got just before Christmas, if you pass me that. So when you progress, here's one I prepared earlier.
Significantly heavier.
This is a gimbal for a camera. So this is used for video camera, for a normal camera. Again, real good stability. It takes a bit more setting up than the mobile phone. When the mobile phone you just clip in and use. This takes a little bit more setup. You have to use an app and you have to balance the camera and everything on it. But again, it's very useful. We filmed this one at Dunnamassey, didn't we? That was our first video.
Yeah,
we
it
used
was
this.
the test, wasn't it?
And it works really, really well. It's really slick. You'll see the camera moving on it. Professionals use these, much more expensive ones, but that's how they're used for filming as well. So gimbal's a really good thing to have. Some cameras, as I say, have built-in stabilisation, which we'll talk about when we come to our cameras, but not all of them work particularly well. So to have a proper gimbal stabilisation, if you're making videos and filming stuff, particularly like static objects, it's really useful. Or if you're moving around, and it's really good for dynamic shots as well. So highly recommend a gimbal. Staying with the stability theme, the other thing you can use if you don't want to buy a gimbal is a tripod. There's come in different sizes and formats. We've got a little tiny one there. Got one there for the camera, which is also a controller, a grip. You can use that for controlling your camera. And also we've got big tripod. So we've got these.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Thank you very much. And these are, you're probably familiar with seeing these before. Photographers use them, etc. They're really good. They can take you around with you for the day out. You can get out of the bag, of course. There we go. Sorry. And then the tripod, which obviously extends and the legs come out and goes from there. So again, this is really useful for when you're filming. You set one up. The camera's currently sat on a tripod. We've got a couple of different ones. One's really lightweight, cheap when we first started. This is a little bit more expensive, Manfrotto, and then the legs extend and come out, so you can use it for things like that. So again, really good alternative to a gimbal. If you're using a lot of static shots, you can use a tripod, and they're nice and lightweight. You can take them with you, can't you? Cool, thanks. So we're going to talk about cameras, and there's a couple of different options obviously with cameras. The camera market's massive, as you can tell from the number of cameras we have. These were bought over a number of years though, weren't we? It wasn't something we just bought. This one's quite old. This is a camera we used to use. The camera we're filming on at the moment is a specific vlogging camera, which we'll cut to, we'll come back to, we'll change cameras over so you can see the one we're filming on. This one is quite an old stamp camera. I've always used Sony. I bought different brands many years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you tell Ian has a bit of a penchant for Sony things?
I bought a Sony like 20 years ago and was really, really impressed with it. And my parents always had Sony stuff in the house, like sound system and telly, and he kind of had good quality. So I bought the first camera many years ago and then just never looked back since. The cameras have always been really good quality, good features. This one bought a long time ago. It's a bridge camera. We had a full digital SLR camera, which we just donated when we got this one recently to someone else, because it was old. It was 10 years old and didn't have video capability on it. This one has, but it only records in HD, so we don't use it as much anymore, mainly for shots. It's a bridge camera, so the lens doesn't come off, it sort of stays on, and it's relatively compact. But cameras have developed so much over the last few years, and we recently purchased this camera, which is really nice. This is a Sony A7C, Alpha 7C, which is basically Sony have got a very famous camera called the A7 III. This is the A7C. The A7 III is what a lot of people have and use. It's a really good camera. This is a compact version of it, but still it's a full frame mirrorless camera. It might not mean a lot to people, but it takes really, really good photos and images. It's got a really good sensor. But what I really like about it and why we bought it was it's so compact. For a full frame camera, mirrorless, it's really, really small, isn't it?
I can concur that it is small. I mean, I understand the words, but
yeah, I mean this camera is obviously quite old, but it's a lot bigger. And this is the sort of latest tech, so it's really, really neat. This one, the lenses come off. You can change the lenses on it too, and it records in beautiful 4K. Creates some really good effects as well. So highly recommended. It wasn't cheap, and it's something I probably would have bought anyway if I wasn't doing vlogging and YouTube. We probably bought it anyway, because it replaced the digital camera, which was 10 years old, for photos. That we took it on quite a few trips. We took it with us when we went up to Scotland last year, the other camera. But this does everything, and you can obviously get changeable lenses for it. So really nice bit of kit. But say it's not cheap. It's just under £2,000 with a lens kit, so it's a lot of money. But say cameras tend to last quite a long time if you look after them, and it does create some fantastic footage. So it's for the viewer.
And if you think we look a bit rough now, it's because the camera's so good. Before, it was just like a bit of a blurry camera. Now, I mean, I'm not sure I like it for that reason. I prefer a crummy old one, so a bit more fuzzy, Yeah,
you can't see everything on these cameras. It's quite alarming.
Yes, so sorry.
I got a tax rebate, so that was why I bought that camera as well.
So it justifies it to me.
Definitely. So, sticking with cameras, this is the Sony ZV-1. This is probably one of the most popular vlogging cameras on YouTube. You'll see lots of people have these. It's a very popular camera. Roundabout retail price is about £700. It's really compact and it's got really, really good quality for it, for the size of it. It's a really compact camera. It's very small, easy to put in your pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, I know how to use this one.
This is one of the reasons why we got this camera, because I wanted Caroline to be able to film as well, not just me, so we can make it more dynamic and more interesting. So Caroline's actually really comfortable using this one. Literally, you just turn it on, point and shoot effectively.
I'm really a point and shoot kind of.
It's fine. You've learned a lot, haven't you, from it? Your footage has become a lot better, a lot smoother as well. It's really, really good camera. It's got a couple of downsides to it in terms of, one thing when you get a vlogging camera that's really important is making sure that the screen rotates around to be able to film yourself. That's really important. When you're using the front camera phone, it doesn't tend to pick up very good quality. So having a camera with decent quality with a screen that faces round is brilliant. Two things with this really is it doesn't zoom out quite far enough. It's got quite a narrow lens. A wide lens would be better so you get more in shot. But there is a way to make that better. A lot of people put the image stabilization on this camera as soon as they get it, because again, the footage can be a little bit shaky. But if you turn that off and use a gimbal or you hold it still or use a tripod, it actually makes the angle slightly wider, so you get more of the angle in shot. You can also get a lens adapter that goes on it, which quite a few people have got as well on there too. But it's a really neat camera. Very good, records in 4K as well, so you get really good quality and just takes a memory card in the bottom. The other thing is the battery life isn't very good, is it? No,
it was, when we first started using it, it kept switching off, didn't it? And then we were just carrying on, or, then you realise, oh, we've missed half that bit of the story or whatever because it had switched off. But
it is very easy to use. It's one of the best things I think we bought. It goes everywhere with us, along with the camera we're filming on now, which is obviously quite new. But it also comes with its own little dead cat built into it. So in the case for it, which I've got here, which we'll come on to in a second, I'll show you. It just slides off and you slide it onto there and it covers up the microphone, which I'll show in a close-up in a second so you can see it. Another camera we use, and as we said, it's great to start off at free, but you end up buying more and more kit. This one actually you didn't buy it; it's on loan to us. It's an Insta360 One X2. It's on trial from a friend, I might add, not from the company, sadly. We're not that good yet. This is one we use for when we're driving. So this is a camera that sticks on the windscreen and creates that sort of dual vision thing. You have to do some editing with it to get it to do that, but it's a really neat camera. It's got a lens on the front. It's got a lens on the back, so it picks everything up in sort of 360. It's a 360-degree camera. It's good. The software's quite fiddly for it. That's the only downside to it. But again, it's a good camera to have. It sits in your pocket. It's waterproof as well, so it's quite neat. But yeah, it's quite a neat thing. You can use it on an extending pole and all sorts as well.
Yeah, you've used it like that, haven't you, on the extending pole, and then you can get a good sort of
high-level shot, almost like a fake drone, which we'll cover in a second. So once you've got all your kit, what do you do with it? It's really important to have somewhere safe to keep it, isn't it? Otherwise,
it is, yes.
So you have to have cases. So we've got a case for this little one. I like the brand Low Pro, which are really good. They're well made. They're designed for cameras. So it fits in nicely, sits inside. And then zip it up, put it in your pocket, take it with you, nice and neat.
Or put it in your wife's handbag. Make her carry it.
Yes. Might have done that once or twice.
Or, yeah. Plus.
The other thing we use is a dedicated camera bag. So I've had quite a few different camera bags over the years.
This was a welcome addition. Your own man bag.
Yeah, but this one's really good. It's designed specifically for cameras. It's got compartments in the top for keeping your other stuff in, like your coat and stuff, your sandwiches. It's got a rain cover. It's got so many different compartments in it. But it's got really good access as well. This is Low Pro. I'll tell you the model. It's on the back. Low Pro Fast Pack 250 AW3.
It's like a gadget bag.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool gadget bag, to be fair. So you've got lots of grab handles on it, but the great thing with it is you can just very quickly access your camera. You zip it, and your camera's inside. You can sit inside there, which is really neat. Very easy access to it. You can sling it off your back and just start to use it straight away. This is one of the best things I've bought. Most of the kit can live in here, and you can just then put it into the wardrobe in the campervan or under a seat or somewhere while you're driving, and then just chuck it on when you go out everywhere. So it's nice and neat. Plenty of handles. So you need something to carry it in as well. So, for editing, when we started off, we didn't use a phone, did we, to start with editing? We just used an iPad. So this is what we started off using, just a normal iPad. I think this was an iPad Pro actually, but you can use any iPad. The great thing with Apple software, iPads and stuff, they have built-in editing software. So we used iMovie to start with, which is free from Apple, which is actually a really good, simple to use sort of tool when you're learning. Sorry, that's Mollie bashing the door. But yeah, just so doing editing on an iPad, so transfer it straight from your phone to your iPad and edit from there.
So if you're filming on an iPhone and you've got iMovie, you can film and edit all on your phone?
You could, yeah, and same with Android, yeah, you can do it. So you don't need to buy any of this kit or anything like that for starting off, as we said at the start of the video. But obviously, we've acquired this stuff over years. It's not like we just bought it all in one go. We've acquired it and bought different bits of it, and because it's quite a hobby, you start to spend and invest in it. Appreciate it's quite a lot of money, some of the stuff, so it's not something we've just gone out and bought on a whim.
Yeah, we're not frivolous.
Yeah, we're not rich. We just bought stuff over the years and built it up. So started off with that, but then for proper editing, you generally need to use something that's a bit more powerful.
We did buy this on purpose.
This was bought on purpose to replace the laptop. So this is basically an editing laptop. So this is actually a HP Omen laptop. A tip for you if you're looking at laptops, you want to edit and you don't want to go down the Apple route. I have an Android phone, so I prefer editing on Android or on Windows PC rather than Apple. And also, it's better value for money, I think. So this PC is a gaming PC. It's a tip for you. So rather than spending lots of money on a really high-end video editing PC, look at a gaming PC, one that plays video games. They have really high capacity for playing video games, but also for editing as well. So this HP Omen has been brilliant. It's got loads of spec on it. I'll put a full list of what we've got in the description at the bottom. As I say, none of it's sponsored. It's all our own stuff, apart from the one camera that's borrowed. But everything else is our own stuff, so we've bought. So there's nothing that's sponsored or linked or anything like that. Have a look if you're genuinely interested. But this is really good for editing. And of course, the software we use, which a lot of people ask as well, how do you edit? What software do we use?
No idea.
Most of the stuff in terms of the technical stuff that I do, and then Caroline does other bits. So yeah, but she's really started to get into the camera and filming, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't think I've got the patience for sorting through the footage, for clipping it all together, the art, all the shots, the music, the overlays, all that stuff.
It takes time, doesn't it, when you first learn as well, but then you get into it more. So we use Adobe software for editing. So we use Adobe Premiere Pro, which is used by the industry, the film industry. We tried lots of different ones. It was highly recommended. It takes a little bit getting used to. If you're going to get it, watch tutorials on YouTube and learn how to use it, because it can be quite complicated. Also, as part of the package, there's another one called Adobe Rush, which is for use. It's like a quick editing video, and it's got built-in music. So one of the elements that we have in our videos is music, and we try and use that we've got from Adobe Rush. One thing we want to invest in, we haven't got a music program, have we? We haven't got a subscription to music.
That's probably the next thing, just because you're probably all sick of hearing the same music.
Yeah, I think I'm running out of the free music, so we'll try and get that and make it better for you, so you can get some music as well. But editing software, say Premiere Pro, Premiere Rush, there's lots of different ones out there. iMovie's a really good one to start with, and it's free if you've got a Mac or if you've got an iPad, you want to start for free. But yes, what we use is Adobe Pro, Premiere Pro, or Adobe Rush for quick editing. So one piece of kit you'll see that's missing from our cameras is the drone. We have a drone. It's a DJI drone, and it's really good. It takes really good footage, but it's missing for a reason. We're going to do a separate video on it because we get asked a lot about the drone as well. But at the moment it's grounded. There's a problem with DJI and the app. It won't function on latest phones. It's a known problem. If you look on their website or on their Android page, the app's got a 1-star rating. There's a massive problem with it. The drones have been grounded for a couple of months, where people can't fly them because of the app problem. So I've asked DJI for help. I'm waiting for them to come back to me. That was supposed to be within 48 hours, and that was over a week ago. So I'll give them a little bit longer, and then we'll do a review on the drone and the app and tell you the full reasons behind it.
So what is the problem?
The app won't open. Literally won't open.
Is that just a software update?
So
you've updated it and now it won't work?
I'll talk about it properly if they don't fix it. I'll go through it. But yeah,
Okay.
Basically we changed the phone and it won't work on the latest software. But it's a problem for anybody with Android of a certain model. But I'll give them a chance to resolve it first before we do a video on it. So I hope you enjoyed our video this week. It's a bit different, something we've been asked about a lot, isn't it?
Yes, hopefully you found it useful, those of you that are interested in tech and starting, or just how we go about things, what we use. That's all Ian, basically. It's what you'll learn.
It's not. I'm trying to be boring if it was just me.
Yeah, it would.
So yeah, if you've got any questions, or you want to ask anything about the camera equipment, or if you want to ask any help, any tips or anything,
start your comments with Ian.
You answer them too. But no, seriously, if you've got any questions or anything you want to ask us, please feel free, put them in the comments below. And also, likewise, if you've got any kit you think we've got missing, let us know, because I'm always interested in getting new kit.
He's always very interested.
Definitely address that one to me, not Caroline, because
Yeah.
she might delete it otherwise.
Yeah, if it's expensive, then please add me in there. But otherwise, just send it to Ian.
Yeah. So thanks for staying and watching the whole way through this video. If you're still here, we really appreciate it. As we said, we're going to share with you what we're doing next week in terms of the NEC. So we're actually going to the NEC on
We're going to Wednesday
the 23rd of February. So unfortunately we can't have Mollie with us because she's not allowed in, but it'll just be the two of us. So if you do see us, feel free to come and say hello, and we don't bite. We're very friendly, so come and say hi. More than happy to meet anybody. So we like to meet people.
We like people.
We like people, yeah. So don't be shy. If you do see us, feel free to come up and say hello. If you're not going on Wednesday, but hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you later in the year. We're looking at a couple of different events. Maybe we'll be able to see you at something else. I know a lot of people couldn't go on Wednesday and different days.
Yeah.
I think the show's pretty much sold out, isn't it?
I saw last night. It's completely sold out all the days now. So yeah, we were undecided for ages what day we were going to go, and then looking at work and things. It's going to be a different show for us because obviously it's not been on for I think 2 years.
Yeah.
Has it? And the last time we went, we didn't have a van. So the main reason for going was to look at all the vans and the different options to decide what we wanted in terms of layout and vehicle, etc. As you will have seen previous, but this time we're going and we've got a van and we're pretty sure there's nothing else out there that we want to replace it with. But
we'll have to buy gadgets.
Yeah, so we're literally looking at what else makes the camper experience, really, places to go, you know, other gadgets and things like that. So it's going to be quite a different experience. So I don't think we're going to be looking around loads of vans and sending you loads of vans. No, but we're not going to be reviewing them and filming them, are we? Unless there's something.
No.
There'll be loads of those next week. And
we'll try and make it a bit different, our video, because a lot of people will be filming the vans and bringing the latest things to you. We'll try and make it a little bit different. So hopefully, if you stay tuned for our video next week, which will be out on Friday as normal, and then we'll be able to share with you what we found at the NEC, what we liked.
And if not, it'll just be us on a day out, which, you know, may be interesting.
And you'll notice there's no alcohol this week before filming. Apologies for anybody wanting to watch for beer. But we decided after last week's filming, we thought we'd better film first, then have a drink afterwards.
Yeah, apparently I'm banned from drinking during filming. I don't know why.
Anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching, and we'll catch you next week's video, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.